Golf Yankee Juliet uniform. Reporting contraband seized.
Understood. Break off patrol. Head back to base.
Phantom Doctrine is a tactics and management strategy game that on the surface looks like an XCOM clone with an 80s spy thriller narrative. What it does have in common with XCOM is that it's split in two halves. A real-time strategic layer where you're managing your agents, and a turn-based tactical layer where you send your agents out on missions to complete objectives. The details of how these two layers function is completely different from XCOM, which in some places isn't really a good thing. So let's start with the good. The strategic layer does a fantastic job of making you feel like you're part of this intelligence agency trying to crack a conspiracy. There's even an investigation board where you link the information you've found to unlock new missions. It's all done remarkably well and so in tune with the spy theme. Unlike XCOM, your base or hideout is not rooted in a single position. As you send your agents out into the world from the Situation Room, they risk revealing their identity and increase the threat of the enemy discovering the position of your hideout. When the time comes to get some agents on the ground to do a mission, Phantom Doctrine throws you into a tactical turn-based battle. Well, it's not necessarily an all-out battle. In most missions, you start out the tactical engagement in infiltration mode. In this mode, you're essentially a civilian. The enemies and guards won't attack you unless you're caught doing something suspicious or entering a restricted zone. As long as you keep away from the vision of the enemy and cameras, you are able to play the tactical game in Phantom Doctrine purely as a stealth game. And as a stealth game, it's quite an enjoyable experience. You'll have to study the patrol routes of guards, find the switches to turn off security measures, and figure out the most optimal path to completing your objective and getting out to the extraction point. It's when you are discovered by the enemy or start out in a mission that's an all-out firefight, Phantom Doctrine falters quite a bit. You'll experience firsthand the esoteric design that will frustrate even the most patient player. At the center of Phantom Doctrine's combat is the basic idea that there are no hit chances or RNG. Damage is calculated based on whether the target is in cover and how much awareness the target has. Theoretically, there are no misses. But if the target's awareness is high enough, he or she can dodge the shot. So it goes without saying, you're going to be shot at a lot. And because of this, your agents will rarely die in a single shot, which makes them feel a bit bullet spongy. Your tactical options to turn the tide of battles really comes down to the use of equipment such as flashbangs and smoke grenades. Without using this, Phantom Doctrine can be downright frustratingly difficult as you'll get injured, and you get injured even behind cover. The game also has a tendency of ratcheting up the difficulty by bringing in enemy reinforcements a couple of turns in, which just further exacerbates the problem with the tactical battles and difficulty. Phantom Doctrine has a great atmosphere which brilliantly exudes the 80s Cold War spy thriller theme. It absolutely nails the look and feel of the theme and also has a pretty good story to boot. While it has some pretty clever ideas in how it implements this spy thriller theme into its system, it ultimately is let down by a poorly balanced and uninteresting tactical battle. If Phantom Doctrine was purely a tactical stealth game, it would have fared much better. But because of the frustrating and convoluted action part of the tactical battles, it is disappointingly below average, or at best average. Give this one a miss.